I think that we I was concerned that our Rosies weren't going to be here tonight, that they were not going to be representative, because I kept them until last year. But I think that I think that maybe we can have her talk now. Huh? Oh, that's Chuck's wife. Oh, okay. Oh, I was wrong about.
Have you ever met Chuck's wife?
No, I haven't. I didn't realize that was Chuck's wife. At least she's here.
So when Chuck gets up there, he's gonna have to introduce you.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else?
I think any other World War II vets that want to talk tonight before Chuck? Chuck said he wanted to be the main event at the end. Okay. Did you want to?
So just before we bring up the main event, Chuck, but I do want to say I think it was Don that was pointing to this photograph up here, and so I just want to thank someone that's out in the audience here. This beautiful display. This has been here less than a year. These are all hand carved, and the photographs and sketches were all done by a combat photographer in Vietnam, and that's Jim Hardy, and he's here tonight with his wife. I want to thank Jim. Yeah, I want to thank him for donating these items to be on display here at the Vet Center. It's incredible. Some of the Vietnam veterans that will come in here, and they'll walk, and if they come in here for the first time, and if they start down at the end of the hallway down here, you can kind of see down here, and you can see a couple of these figures. They just sort of gravitate to these figures, and it's unbelievable how healing it can be just standing here alone with a Vietnam veteran when he looks at these and sees these figures and starts talking about his experience and everything. So Jim, it's incredible the healing that's going on because of those photographs and sketches and the carving. So thank you very much. Thank you for
that. Some of Jim's other artwork is on display in, was it Fort Belvoir? Yeah. At the Army. The Army collection and the archives there. He's done some great paintings. In fact, his one of his paintings was recently featured on the cover of a book about Vietnam. And I wasn't going to say that, but I wrote the book. Okay, but and I've heard Chuck speak before, and it always just leaves me almost speechless when he does talk. So we don't get tired of hearing you talk, especially since you're able to change the story a little bit every time. No, just kidding. Chuck, are you ready to talk to us about Pearl Harbor? Yeah. Okay. Come on up. And make sure you introduce your wife, because I confused her with somebody else.
Might be dead. I got more batteries if you need.
Too much. Okay, how's that? You hear me now? Okay. That battle lasted what? Just a little, about 2 hours. She has put up with me for 63 years. Now there's a survivor. What a life it's been. The honeymoon goes on. I would be remiss if I didn't express my deep appreciation, and I think I can speak for surely all of the other veterans and all of you people here tonight, to express our deep appreciation to Jeffrey here, to Maurice, to Al, to Joey, to all of these guys that have done such a great job each time they put on this event.
Boy, what a job they do. And thank you from the bottom of our heart. I don't know if most of you know that my hearing has left me I hear noise, but I have very much difficulty making sense of the sounds I hear. But I think I heard the moderator mention earlier in the day that talking about someone and about they didn't talk about their event at Pearl Harbor. The first time that I shared my experience with a group of people, it was supposed to be about 14 of the young men's group at a church that I belong to. So I thought, well, okay, I ought to be able to handle that. So I went there, and when it got started, they had the largest room. They had 80 chairs set up. The chairs were full. People were lining the sides and in the hallway. So anyway, when we got home from that event, our youngest son, who would have been 46 years old at the time, told my dear sweet wife, his mother, he said, I didn't know Dad was a Pearl Harbor survivor. We just didn't talk about it, you know. Anyway, I have always felt that I was very, very fortunate, and I think Mickey and Don also, in that we got to play an active role in the event that brought us in to World War II. Not that it was a good thing to be in, but I mean, I think I've always felt that I was very, very fortunate to be there. Unlike Mickey, who was on a ship, or Don, who was on that airplane out there in the water, I was assigned the 800 or 1200 security watch at our Aerial Patrol Squadron VP 23's hangar, Building 54, which, by the way, still stands on Ford Island. Of the 3 hangars that were there on that end of the island, that's the only one that's still left. They're going to make it into part of the museum. I hope that I'm around, and I hope that I can go there when that building is rededicated, because it has always meant something to me.